Hi web leaders, welcome back from break. We are so excited to have you do the second set of lessons for web, which will occur this coming Thursday and Friday, Thursday, November 30th, as well as Friday, December 1st. And so this video right now is going to be talking about Thursday's lesson, but I'll post a second video related to Friday's lesson. You also have in Google Classroom, you have the lesson outlines. So do make sure to review those as well for both days and maybe even practice each lesson at home. It certainly helps as well as watching the video. So this is going to be a pretty quick outline. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure first and foremost on Thursday that you're wearing your shirt. You definitely want to wear that web shirt and be noticeable that way. Okay, so as soon as you go into the building, you also are going to want to immediately go into your 6th grade morning advisory. Don't worry about your 8th grade morning advisory. Don't worry about your locker. Just bring all your things to your 6th grade morning advisory. And you're going to want to set up the classroom in a certain way. We definitely want you to create a circle of some sort, whether that's with chairs, whether that is maybe on the floor, but forming a circle is really important in this lesson, and you'll see why. There's a lot of discussion. And then also you're going to want to post what's behind me on a board of some sort. Maybe it's an easel paper, maybe it's a smart board, maybe it's a whiteboard, but somewhere in the classroom this needs to be displayed. So it says behind me, attitudes are contagious, ... Is yours worth catching? And then I've also drawn a small square right below it. So you do want it to be large enough for everyone to see, but you also want the square to be relatively small, maybe about 5 by 5. And again, you'll see why as soon as you practice this or do this with the students. So as soon as the 6th grade students start to walk in, I definitely want you to be engaging with them in the classroom, talk with them about their break, maybe talk with them about their holidays. It's a great topic of conversation at this point of the year. And then once the bell rings, you're gonna model appropriate behavior as the morning announcements occur. And then as soon as morning announcements are done, you can start the lesson. The other thought too is that you can close your door to your classroom. It does offer a little bit more privacy and maybe a little bit more quiet as well. So keep that in mind. So when you start the lesson, I mean, of course, you're gonna greet them, be excited, all of those things, but what you're gonna have them do is you're gonna have them read the statement and take a look at the square. And you do want to make sure that everyone can see the statement, pretty clearly. And with the square, what they're going to do is they are going to put out their thumb in front of them, and they're going to close one eye. It doesn't matter which eye. It could be right or left. It doesn't matter. But they're going to close one eye, and they're going to try to cover the thumb cover the square with their thumb. So they're going to try to cover that. And then once it's covered, they're going to actually switch eyes. So they're going to close the other eye, keeping their thumb where it is, and they're going to see what happens. What they're going to notice is that the square is sometimes going to be covered by their thumb, and sometimes it's not. And this all then ties into a lot of discussion points that we have outlined in our lesson plan, and you'll see this. It's related to attitudes and perspective. And so please make sure that you review the guide in order to see the questions and to see what sort of things we want you to point out. But really, you're going to have a lot of time to discuss. So make sure that you're getting different people's perspectives. Make sure you're getting different people to answer these various questions. Even if you have any questions related to attitudes or perspective, please make sure to ask those questions as well. You don't just have to answer the things that we put out there in the guide. So please review that. And once you're finished with the discussion, the bell should be ringing at that point. You can say, thanks so much for the discussion. This was great. I'll see you tomorrow, and give them high fives, say goodbye to them, and you are the last to leave. But make sure that you're putting the chairs or whatever furniture you might have moved, make sure you're putting those back, and then you can obviously head to class. The other thing too to remember is the supply bag. You're going to have those in your 6th grade morning advisory room. Make sure that you keep those in the room for today because you'll need them the next day on December 1st. All right, so I hope that this video was helpful. Please review the guide as well that is in Google Classroom, and make sure to hit submit because that will show us that you've watched the video and that you are hopefully ready to go. All right, see you later.